Yeah. Tried to bring some light in here, but it's kind of getting towards the evening. Like, a second, let's see if I can. Yeah, that helps. Okay, anyways. So, I was uh, I was listening to this video by Shadow Grave. Well, it's kind of like he doesn't really make videos per se. I mean, it has like almost like a pitch black background, or like it's almost like a filter with like light coming through, and it's just him talking about the internet and various subjects and that sort of thing. But um, yeah. So uncomfortable talking about these topics when you got people walking around all the way outside, and you're just like wanting them to not hear what you're saying. But anyways, I was listening to that and I was scrolling through like the suggestions. I have two channels. This is my I guess you could say personal development slash spiritual slash like this is my dark side sort of channel where I'm confronting that sort of stuff. But I was scrolling through the suggestions. You know how you can like kind of minimize the video on the side. Um, you can minimize the video on the side, and you can kind of scroll through these selections like suggested videos based off of like your past history or whatever algorithm. And like the other day, I was listening to something about Alan Watts, this philosopher from a mystic from like I guess more like the hippie era. But there's one video, and it's like it's this the title. It really struck me, and it kind of played off my whole watching this. We're listening to this series of like audio clips about from Shadowgrave about like the PMO addiction, internet, and that sort of thing. But the title was like, "You keep suffering because you enjoy it." I think that was the title. It was about that. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but um, it kind of played off each other. It just kind of got me to this like realization. I had almost like an epiphany, really, where it was like I really can't imagine a life without these kinds of struggles, And it's kind of like something like an observation I've had about so many like folks that I've known, people who were like friends of mine, or I decided like one reason or other like we just kind of drifted apart. And one of the main problems I eventually had with them was that like as much as like their life sucked and my life sucked, we commiserate because of that. And that's one of the reasons why we remained friends. But it was like I saw with them that as much as they primarily would bitch, moan, and complain about their lives, and were like, "Oh, this sucks. I hate this. Oh, guess what happened to me today?" Da, 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 da. It was like they were comfortable with it. They enjoyed it almost. Bad shit would happen. They could blame it on someone. Whether it was like blaming it on Obama, blaming it on the Republicans, blame it on this religious or ethnic group, or their next door neighbor, or their parents, or whoever, or whatever. They could just blame it on that, and it would just be like it would justify them not having to get off their arses and then actually make a difference and change their lives. And I was kind of had this realization that in a lot of ways with this whole PMO thing, like, and just not just PMO thing, it's like so many dang things in my life, and the PMO thing is a representative of it, which is one of the reasons why I'm attacking it first and why I'm doing the videos on. I'm really struggling with it, but it's like representative of the fact that like as much as I hate it, I like the struggle, and it's weird because it's like it gives meaning to my life. It gives meaning to my life. Any day I can go without not doing that thing, PMO or whatever, and instead doing whatever I do in place of it, whether it's exercise or study or it's whatever. It's like, oh, it's grand spiritual victory for me. I won over my desires. It's like what would life be like if I won the one, well, not just the battle, but I won the war. What would it be like? And it's like I can't really truly imagine that. And so it's like almost like it's like I keep on repeating the cycle. I have my victories, but then I have my failures, and I'm back to ground zero again. It's like I have to I don't know what I'm gonna how to do, but it's gotta be like it's like this paradigm shift. I gotta get so sick and tired of being sick and tired of being, in this whole cycle. And it's just like I gotta it's almost like I have to take the meaning and value out of it. It's a weird sort of way of looking at it, I suppose. It's like it's such a big part of my life and such, and it's defined so in so many ways like my failures. It's like well it's like it's like PMOing is it's like to kind of extrapolate it in sort of metaphorical sense. It's like dreaming about life and not actually living it. And whenever you try to go out and live life, whether it's getting into a relationship, and instead of PMOing, it's like you fail and you repeat that whole cycle going back to the fantasy. And it's like, what would life be like without that? By extension, the internet and just any sort of artificial stimulation. What would life truly be like that if I was truly alive? Fully existent and in the moment. I gotta figure out how to get to that point where I had that paradigm shift because I've had that kind of, you know, eureka moment in regards to certain other things in my life. I just like dropped certain things and just put my nose to the grindstone and actually made a difference. And that's why I'm not living at home anymore. I'm living on my own. I have my own place because I had that paradigm shift in how I thought about life. And it's like it's gotta happen with this thing. It's just gotta something's gotta give. But yeah, it's having those epiphanies where like yeah, I realized maybe I didn't want to confront before. But anyways, thanks for watching and sorry about the lighting quality. Anyways, bye.